So this meatball looks insane, it looks delicious, but let's give it a try. So as we're going to make these incredible smoked meatballs, we've got here a kilogram of meat, which is 50% pork and 50% beef. And we will add to that a red onion. 1 red onion. We'll add 2 garlic cloves. 1, 2. To add flavor, even more flavor to it, I got some fresh oregano from the garden. We'll chop that fine. That's about a tablespoon of fine chopped fresh oregano. And then we got some thyme, not too much, just like a teaspoonful. If the stalks are hard, you need to get the leaves off the stalks. And then a handful of flat leaf parsley. There we go, and it turns in about 2 or 3 tablespoons of parsley. And then we got some basil. We'll use the stalks as well. There's a lot of flavor in there. Don't throw those away. Put them in your sauce if you don't like them in your meatballs. There we go. Then we want to add 2 teaspoons of very coarse mustard, 1 egg. We'll add about 2 tablespoons of this classic American barbecue rub. You can find the recipe in the video description on my YouTube channel. And then we add our secret weapon, which is cheese, provolone cheese. The provolone does is make our meatballs very creamy. And that's our secret. This is going to be so tasty. I added about 200 grams. This is the moment where you have to get your hands dirty, or in my case, put on your gloves and get in there. Mix it all up. And you really want to see the texture change. You don't see that it's minced meat anymore, but more like sausage stuffing. Especially with all these fresh ingredients in. So this looks about right. And then we want to create meatballs out of this. 1 bowl done. The meatballs look good, but I want to sprinkle on a little bit of extra barbecue rub for flavor and presentation. In the meantime, we have set up our Kamado Joe Classic. We've set it to smoke at around 160 degrees. Just want to add a few wine barrel chunks to give it that nice and smoky flavor. Of course, we want to have a heavy smoke on these meatballs. Now we set it up for indirect heat. I think we're looking good. So the first things we'll do, we'll move over our meatballs to create some space to make our sauce. So we still have the meatballs over indirect heat, but we're going to place our pan over direct heat. This is the heat that we need to soften up our onions and our garlic. Put in a little bit of olive oil in the pan, add the onions. The onions are starting to turn nice and soft, so it's time to add the garlic. 2 garlic cloves pressed, a can of tomato pulp. In the meantime, we'll take the rest of our parsley and a bit of our basil and we'll chop that fine. Add a little bit of our chicken stock. That's about 100 milliliters or so. And wait for this to boil. So I have taken our sauce off the grill. We're going to just add a little bit of sauce to the bottom on some really nice pasta. There we go. Save a little bit for over the meatballs. Now we will get our meatballs off carefully. move them onto the plate. Then just a bit more sauce on top. That's looking good. And then just a little bit more of fine provolone to go on top. The provolone just melts right away. These meatballs look amazing. It smells amazing out here. These are maybe the best smoked meatballs you've ever presented. Perfect. The provolone really is the secret to this meatball. It makes it rich and creamy and really powerful in flavor. You know, the onions are there in the back together with all of the fresh herbs, together with the barbecue rub, but the provolone brings it all together and makes it into a real nice and tasty meatball. Together with that smoked flavor, it's to die for. I hope you guys like this recipe and give me a big thumbs up, leave me a comment of course, and who knows, see you guys next time. Cheers!